How much of football is really dependent on your mental state. So as you said, people go 1-0 down, or they give the ball away, they panic.
Yeah.
Why does that only happen with English players? We have foreign players with loads of skill, or the Brazilians, they give it away and they keep the same mentality.
Yeah. I think it's embedded in us.
Yeah, I mean, it's, as Gav saying about this winning culture. I mean, from under 7, under 8, you see parents standing on the sideline, and when they score, that's when you get the biggest cheer. And teams are winning; they win at all costs.
Yeah.
So obviously, as Gav saying about it being embedded in you, it's like from a kid, you're supposed to win at all costs. And when you look at the Spanish players, you look at the foreign players, where they play, they've got everything behind their game. So they've got to play a game a certain way and win a certain way. And I think with us, that's where we kind of go. I mean, even if you top players, people like Steven Gerrard and that, you can see that it's difficult for them because they've been embedded. It's been embedded in them as well.
There's a fair factor of losing in England, but there's not much method around how to win. So basically, it's just you've got to win, but there's not really a method or a full process about how to do it, I think.
Okay, like in Spain, where Barcelona and Real Madrid, they want to win playing football.
Yeah.
Fans won't appreciate anything less, will they?
Exactly, it won't be tolerated. Exactly.
Okay, so I mean, why do you think technical players aren't appreciated in this country?
I don't know. I mean, looking at, as a player who interests me now, Jack Wilshere, coming from Arsenal, he's lightweight, he's small, he's technically brilliant, and I don't think England have brought a player through like that for many years. And to be fair, he looks like he could play in Spain. Obviously, coming under Arsenal system, it might be easier for him. I want to see how he develops in the long run, because I think it must be hard for players like him to come through in England and the size he is and the way he plays football. Why they don't come through more, or why they not, I don't know. I just think it's a fair factor. We don't, like I said, I don't think we believe, do we?
No, again, it's like, even if you look at the league, I mean, the Premiership is the most high-profile league business-wise, but it's not the best league, it's the most competitive league. Yeah. And it's like there's so much money based around football now. It's almost like even at the Premiership, you've got to win at all costs. And if you look at Spain, for example, from Team 1 to Team 20, they all play football. They all got ethics. So it's like, okay, you might have a team that's 19 go to the new camp and they'll try and play. But here, it's almost that we've got to make, as Gavin said, the fair factor. It's like, Sunderland go to Old Trafford. It's like,
they give up.
They put the bus in front of the goal. And already, if you're going to put a bus in front of the goal, if you've got a Jack Wilshere in your team, what can you do?
I think these teams, the foreign teams, like the Spanish teams, just say for instance, now I think they're the strongest league. And their weaker teams might lose 6-0 to Barcelona. But on another day, they might nick a draw because they're brave enough to go out and do it. That really doesn't really happen in England, because we look at the league and say, Man United, we're going to lose that game. We might get a draw against Wolves, but we're going to lose. Do you know what I mean? I think like the team what surprised me this season, they've got no budget. It's Blackpool. They're trying to play football, and I think if every team that came up tried to play football like that, if they go down, at least they can look at themselves and go, no, we enjoyed it. There's teams have come up and gone down and not done anything. No one remembers them, no one remembers the players, the manager, nothing.
I went to see Blackpool against Man City actually, and they were playing good football. Heard a story about Ian Holloway took 50 people random off the street, put them on a pitch and made his team do their shape against them to say, got to create movement. The 50 people couldn't move, but it's something different. They got to use their brain. I think a lot over here nowadays is more pace, power, run, be strong. So talking about Jack Wilshere, he came through the Arsenal youth team. Do you think if Jack was playing for Blackburn under Sam Allardyce or other managers who prefer pace and power, would he come through? Would you reckon he would have a chance of making it?
I think
because of his build.
I think he's a top player because But the only problem is a lot of the youth teams, and obviously when first team managers go to youth teams, look at their teams. If they had a Jack Wilshere, it's great, but how would he fit into Blackburn's first team? So I mean, it's obviously you look at the very top, because if their team's not set out like that, for me, I think it'd be very difficult for him to come through. Because again, you're looking at, okay, where am I going to fit him in? Am I going to get space to play this guy off the front and get the ball to his feet? Or when Blackburn play, they play percentage football. Is Jack Wilshere going to be able to play in the team percentage football? So it's like,
I think it depends on who the manager is at the time as well. Like you got Bolton, who are notoriously known for playing the long ball, but Owen Coyle likes footballers, and he took Wilshere on loan. And the guy, he learned a lot there, do you know what I mean? I think the personality of the manager can make a difference to any club, big or small, at the end of the day. And so it's all about, goes back to ethics. Owen Cole's got ethics and what he believes in, and the rest of the club's got to follow that. I think just to label like a Blackburn and just say, oh, they're not, they wouldn't bring him through is a bit harsh. I just think it depends on who the coaching staff is.
Okay, that's it. Is there anything you guys would like to say about football in this country, in other countries, or anything like that?
Yeah, I reckon, would Messi have made it in England?
Oh, yeah.
Would he have made it? And he's the best player in the world, I'd say.
Yeah.
He's the best player.
True.
Small, little, would he
yeah.
have made it?
Yeah, and he had growing problems growing up as well.
Like the efforts that Barcelona made to make him a player, would that have been done over here?
Okay. Alright, thanks guys.
Cheers, mate.
That's it. Alright.
Thank you, Kev.